Left-wing Melancholia, the left, heir to the Enlightenment, child of the French Revolution, avatar in the struggle of the proletariat for liberation, no longer exists. The 20th century refracts back upon us, imprisoning the future in its lifeless form. A master's narrative of failure has been superimposed, being almost totally internalized on a hegemonic scale. The projects which led our struggle for emancipation now appear nearly unthinkable in this era of pseudo-realism. A cliché. It is easier to imagine the end of the world than to imagine the end of capitalism. The counter-revolution has basically colonized the future, our internal sense of temporality, as well as that of external space. We remain trapped on a course to oblivion, the burning light of utopia, the hope that fills the true living spirit, which overflows the subject of revolt, is being suffocated in the days of blackest reaction. With no hope of utopia, the resignation in all expressions, that give form to what is yet to be which has no concrete referent, only a longing, an impulse to transcend what is, leads to the impasse. There is no future without the transgressive power of hope. There is no hope without the will to realize it. The future lacks any necessity. It can only unfold as a possibility that is violently thrust into this world by the iconoclastic destruction of the dead time which consumes us. The melancholic is one who desires an absent unity, the fetishism of the phantasm, a lost object of desire, a black hole, a disappeared world. This differs only slightly from the real content of postmodernity's nostalgia industry. The simulated left is trapped in this mannequin factory. It has refused to mourn the loss of what is past. In acceptance and supersession of this loss is remembrance of what the left has always known, that its defeats form a continuity which have produced its triumphs. Only in redemption, the re-embodiment of possibilities repressed, of the moments in authentically lived rebellion, from every ideological manifestation, that we will reconstitute ourselves and exit the charnel house of the 20th century. The continuity must be reestablished. The fragments of what was unrealized are refashioned into a new weapon, a new consciousness, an Ariadne's thread through the labyrinth of time. To kill the Minotaur, our power flows from the negation of decomposed ideological forms. We must bury our dead to see what still blooms. All totalized disavowals of our history is a deception. Ideologists marketing a brand, specialists of sectarian infighting, they're transplants of the commodity system. Those who place what is particular over the whole, who forget what is inconvenient about our past, reveal themselves. Death becomes total when memory is erased. Opposed to this suicide, revolutionary life is total when the unfulfilled of our collective past coalesces into the present, becoming the body of the ascendant who will strike the final blow.